Well, Drake has been making headlines, but not for the good reasons. Well, I mean, is there a good reason for Drake to make headlines? Let's just be honest, probably not. But he's making headlines. Recently, his house was shot up. Now, we don't know if he was in there, but what we do know is that his bodyguard got tagged. His bodyguard got tagged to the point where he is in critical condition right now in the hospital, and he has not said a word about it, nor has his spokespeople, or anything has been divulged about the case. But this is not really about the case, about the shooting necessarily that we're going to be talking about. We're going to dive into the man himself, Drake. Now, years ago, we've talked about him, but nothing has really come to light until the kinds of stuff that has come to light now, at least to the point where people are actually paying attention. With all of the information going on right now, from lawsuits from kids to people coming forward saying they've done this or he's done that, to videos resurfacing, the information is limitless about Drake. It's about time we start talking about whether or not these have any validity to them. So we'll start with a few things here. Some time ago, a man by the name of X, I'm going to apologize in advance for butchering this guy's name, but I think you'll know who I'm talking about when you hear the close pronunciation of it. XXXTentacion, okay? Now, he died, and he was a victim of a shooting. But he had said some kind of I would say incriminating things about Drake before his passing, that Drake had a hand in a bunch of things that happened to him that were not the best in his interest kind of things.
Then I would shut up. But otherwise, it's like you tried to sacrifice me, bro. You tried to sacrifice me. You can put that. You can put that as a caption if you want. Try to sacrifice me. Because look at it this way. I'm in jail. I had a PBL charge. I'm facing life. Now, that's what nobody realized. I was facing life. I'm facing life, which was one of my favorite rappers. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody loved Drake, bro. Everybody loved Drake. I still respect him for his music. You know what I'm saying? I just can't respect what he did to me. You feel me?
And that kind of sparked a whole slew of things that possibly maybe Drake did not gain his fortune and fame in the most legitimate means. Now, he's not the only one to come forward and say that, and say things about Drake. There have been multiple people that have come forward, including and not limited to younger people. Came across a video of a young lady that was speaking to another young man about her interactions with Drake. And he asked her a very weird set of questions, and her response was even twice as weird. And when you hear it, you can decide for yourself if she's either hiding truth or is she trying to create drama for herself. You listen and be the judge for yourself.
Wait, they said Drake dad follow you?
Who do?
Be honest, what do you think about the Drake allegations?
Yes, speak on it.
Would you let
That's
Drake, would you let Drake like you?
That'll be something I can't confess. I mean, not confess, something I can't talk about. Because that'll be in the court.
Drake!
What?
You're a victim?
No. Of course not.
Wait, so what you said about why you said it'll be in the court?
Because that'll be something...
Oh, you can't speak about it right now?
That I can't speak about, yeah.
Now, after hearing that, you could go one of two ways with it, obviously. She lying, making stuff up, and she's just trying to make it sound like if there's some big deal going on. Or she slipped up and said the truth, and then she was trying to tell people, easy enough to take it with, that's up to you. However, if we were to go on track record for Drake, I would have to lean, this is just me personally, would have to lean on believing that she slipped up and spoke the truth. Because while she might be underage, she's not the only one that has been alleged that Drake has had interaction with on a not legal level. That's the way I'm going to say it, just so I can keep myself out of any kind of harm's way when it comes to, I don't know, maybe my house being shot up. I don't know how that goes. I don't know who's in charge of that or even was behind the shooting at Drake's house. Could have been a victim. Could have been an arch nemesis. After all, he's in a bunch of beef with Kendrick Lamar right now. And Kendrick Lamar is saying all kinds of stuff about him along those lines. It could have been anyone. You never know anymore. People have not been the most efficient when it comes to handling their emotions, are they? No. In fact, most people today don't know how to handle emotions, and you will take everything from a street beef or even a diss track to a personal level and try and take people out. So I've seen it happen before. This could be another one of those cases. Not saying that it is. However, let's not negate the facts on the table here. Drake came to prominence almost overnight. He's had quite a few interactions with children, younger people that were inappropriate. Documented, court cases documented. And he's also been on record doing some very sus things.
What about your relationship with Drake? Tell me about your friendship. How did this all come about?
I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more." He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely gonna go and see him. I'm so excited. Yeah.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys, he helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
You know, that stays in the text messages.
So he has not had the cleanest rap sheet when it comes to outside of the game, much less within the contents of his lyrics, as well as his interaction with other rap artists, and not limited to just Kendrick Lamar, but even people as high up as Jay-Z.
So you have like built a nice relationship with him.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I think like one of the strongest, I think, if not the strongest.
Of all the other rappers?
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. Who knew?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's like, he's just like an incredible mentor to me. And
Now, with this information that we have on table, including the lawsuits, what can we deduce about Drake himself that might say to us what's coming down the pike? Let's make some conspiracy theories. Drake has outlived his usefulness in his influence over the younger generation, and it's time for him, by the behest of the higher ups, for him to move along, either by way of erasure, prison time, or his career being gone. Now, that could be one of them. It could be that someone else is sick and tired of Drake having all the limelight and is tired of them having all of the fame, all of the stuff, and they want to get the light back on them. Now, we've talked about a few people that could be. One of the main ones, however, as I mentioned before, is the kingpin himself, Jay-Z. No proof on that. We just know that in past, Jay-Z has had his hand in a whole lot of things. And you've heard from other people that there are a lot of people afraid of Jay-Z. The other thing is that people on a whole are just tired of Drake. He's cotton candy soft. He doesn't really have a good beat. He's not that good at rapping. He's more of a pop guy, not really R&B guy. That's Mos Def saying that about him, not me. I'm just repeating what other rap artists have said about Drake. I don't listen to his stuff enough to know or care. However, because a lot of his influence has been over children, enter Too Strong and Why We Care. So there are a whole lot of reasons as to why this could be happening. The other part to it is that maybe, just maybe, everything done in the dark is finally coming out. P. Diddy got his exposure. Now maybe it's Drake's turn. However, I'm still waiting, like I said, on the other person to fall because he's been involved in the exact same things, just not to the same amount of proof, Mr. Z himself. This is a very convoluted case, obviously, because one, the law has to take its course and see where that goes when it comes to the cases against him when it comes to kids. And then, of course, where the shooting happened, what that meant and who was behind it. It could have just been a random thing. Could have been a Kendrick Lamar fan, lost his mind, decided to go shoot up Drake's house. It could have been a hit put on Drake by somebody else who does not want him around. It could be a threat. It could be any amount of things. And especially when no one wants to divulge what actually happened, we're left to speculate.
He was standing outside of the gates in front of the residence when the shooting occurred.
But we can speculate based on recent history that's actually factual. What we're leaning more towards is that Drake's time is up. He's outlived whatever influence he's had, and he's starting to encroach on people that don't want him being there. And I find it kind of odd too that all of these people going down seem to be going down for almost the same reasons. Messing with children. And when we tell people their entire platform is built around the attraction of children to either come to them or to reach out to them, we crazy. But the court documents, and every last time we see them pop on TV, all of them seem to have some sort of connection to bringing underage people into their wheelhouse and using drugs to get something of a sexual nature out of them. Hey, look, walk like a duck, talk like a duck. It's not a chicken, it might be a duck. Now, not gonna call him necessarily that, but you get the idea. P. Diddy now is might be on the run for all we know, but he might be going to jail here pretty soon for what his role in that kind of stuff is. One after the other, dominoes are falling, and our slow but steady rise in worshiping these people is starting to get broken down. That's a good thing, very good thing. However, I don't want people who are not watching to not understand what this really means. This means that if for years these particular people have gone unchecked, imagine what happens to the people that we never hear about. That's still happening today without the limelight being put on them. Imagine that. We can only hope that with what's going on with Drake and Puff Daddy and anybody else that's involved in this stuff, that the more they get caught, the more we search, and the more we search, the more we find, and the more they will get caught. Because at the end of the day, we keep saying this is about the kids, and if it really is about the kids, you should be thankful that Drake is being put under scrutiny. And you should also be thankful that if it does come out to be a positive thing to help the children, that more are going to be arrested soon too. Time will tell, and for now, we will keep an eye on it and see exactly who gets implicated in this, because I have a suspicion that it is not just a few dominoes, but the entire case of them are about to fall down.